All right, in this video, I'm going to demo a TLS connection for Oracle database. So in certain environment, it's required to use SSL or TLS connection for security. And that is we're going to do the demo in this video. So we assume we have an Oracle server, database server somewhere, so we can connect it from this Windows. In the current environment, the server operating system is Red Hat 8, RHEL 8, and the version is 8.4. I have Oracle 12c installed on the server, and the server name is called RHEL 8a. And a database, a container database is created with a name called CDB. And we use the default listener, listen to the port 1521. Later, when we set up this TLS connection, we're gonna use the also the default port 2418. Okay, the term SSL and TLS we use interchangeably. So basically, they are the same thing. Okay, the TLS is relatively new, and here's the TLS the listener definition. So you can see it is very simple. Basic the TLS listener definition. So it was started to listen port, and the database name is going to be CDB. Okay, so we're gonna do a connection test. Okay, so on the client machine, it's just a typical laptop. I have Oracle 12c client installed. This is the TLS definition. So we can run a connection test, So let's do a test the connection, okay? So let's take a look at the TLS definition. The TLS is defined here. So this is my TLS definition, the host name, the port number, and the service name, okay? So this is on the server side. If you do a listener CTL status, you will see this is one of the service we are going to use to connect. All right, so let me go back to the text document. Document. Okay, so let's see. All right, we're gonna do a test. So we're gonna use the system user. Password is Oracle, and for simplicity. So let's do a connection test. All right, it's connected. Let's do another test. Use the sys as a sysdba, okay? All right, so this one as well is connected. You see, for this database, we also have PDB created, called PDB, okay? This is some basic setting for, I have put something into the global G login. So each time I log in, it just shows some basic information, the instance name, DB unique name, host name, how long it's been running. This is the primary or standby, and so on and so forth. Okay, that is not important. Okay, so it's connected. Okay, let's go on. Also, we we disable the firewall so we can connect from client to server through those ports, okay? And okay, now that is the prerequisite. So now let's go on with the wallet creation and the certificate. So we need to first to do on the server side. So the utility we're going to use called Aura PKI. All right, so let's log on to the server side. So I'm going to use SSH. Use OS user is Oracle. Add RHE-RHEL88. This is our server. So then we are in the remote server. So the utility or PKI, if you want to know the syntax, you can use those helpline. Okay, let's ORPAI PKI help. You have the basic syntax, you know. And if you more want some detail, for example, just this one, wallet, you can help as well. There's lots of options, you know. But we're going to follow this document, so we want to use like a few of them. So typically, first, we're going to just create the certificate. So we're going to use this. And to make things easy, I'm going to introduce two variables. So we don't have to every time hard-code it here, okay? So I'm going to exit this session. Let's define a variable, okay? So we first define the location of this wallet. It's going to be in the Oracle base and wallet, okay? If we echo this variable, you will see where it's defined. It is basically the default location Oracle base. You see in my case, U01 app Oracle, okay? And then we're also going to define a password to use for the wallet. It's going to be PWD. Okay. All right, so it's ready. So now we're going to create this certificate. Okay, the wallet. Okay. So let's do create. Okay, it says successful. Let's see what is inside this wallet. Okay. Okay. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 files. This is something previously created. Okay. So let me do a cleanup first. Okay. So in this way is more clear. Okay. So I'm going to remove all the files from this location and recreate this wallet. Okay. So I'm going to recreate this wallet. So nothing there. I'm going to recreate this wallet. Okay. So this is 4 files after they created the wallet. Okay. The next step is going to create a self-signed certificate. So we don't want the CA certificate at this moment, so we just use self-signed. Okay. So let's copy this line and paste. So here you see we use self-signed. This is the key size of this key or a certificate. This is duration of the lifetime of in days. That means in my case it's 20 years. Okay. So we extract this. We create this certificate inside this wallet. Okay. Let's take a look at this. What is we can display the content inside of the wallet. So use this command. Okay. So we're gonna copy this guy. You can see it. Okay, so right now you see the subject is this is the here the DN distinguished name. So it's a trusted certificate and also it's a user certificate. Okay, so you will see this the certificate inside the wallet. So for client to use this wallet for connection, we're going to export this to a file. Similar like in the SSH world, you create a key pair and send the public one to for customer to connect, client to connect. Okay, so this is on the same spirit. Okay, so let me copy again. So now we're gonna use the export command to extract the certificate to a file. Okay. All right. So this is the extract. So we extract it to this location, right? So just for handy, so we're gonna take a look. So this is not this one. It's going to be wallet. Okay. Let me just key in. Okay, you see. So this is the server side certificate. So we extract here. Later we're gonna put into the Windows server. Okay. All right, we done the server side, the wallet creation and certificate creation. Or we can also take a look at the what is the inside this certificate. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, it's basically like this. It says beginning, some characters, and end certificate. Okay. So let's continue to next step is create client-side wallet and a certificate. This similar to on the server side, but now we return to our client machine. The client machine can be a Windows, can be a Linux. So, but this time we're going to use Windows, okay? But in the real life, it can be Linux to Linux, Linux to Windows. So, but anyway, so similarly, we are going to define the two Windows variables. This is the location. That is where the Oracle client installed on this machine, Windows laptop. So we're going to set up the same password. But you can use any password as long as Oracle not complain. Okay. So we're going to same thing make dir and the mix directory. Okay, it says already exists. Let me do a cleanup. Okay, ram minus rf. Let's remove this dir and recreate. Okay. That's removed. Let's make dir again. All right. So if we look at what is inside here, this should be empty. That's nothing. Okay. All right, so let's do the creation. Similar thing. The only thing is in the Unix you use dollar, in Windows you use the percentage to retrieve this value. Okay. So okay, it's created. You will see 4 files as well in this location. Right. So let's continue. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna create the self-signed certificate. It's gonna be the same thing. All right. So now we can extract the client certificate. Okay. Before do that, let's do the same thing. Let's do display the content of the wallet. Okay. Show what is inside the wallet. It's going to be same. You see. This time, my machine called my laptop. Okay. So it's just arbitrary. You can use whatever name you want. Okay. Just distinguish the machine, which machine from the certificate. Okay. Now we're gonna extract. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna extract the client side certificate to that location as well. Let's take a look at the files. Let's see. This is the one we just extracted. So you can look at the assert as well. Okay, let's see. Same thing. Let's see. Begin cert, end cert. Okay. The next thing we need to do, we need to exchange the certificates. So basically, we're going to import the server certificate into the client wallet, and vice versa. We're going to import the client certificate into the server wallet. Okay. So let's do the import the server certificate into client's wallet first. Okay. So I'm still on the Windows server. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the certificate from Windows Linux. So this is the command I'm going to run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this scp command. You can use whatever you feel like. sfpp with scp Fazilla. Maybe misspell this one, but that doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to scp this. You see, this is the syntax. Oracle user at this server. That is the location we created in step 1. So where I'm going to put? I'm going to put here. So I'm going to put here. So I don't need a cd to that directory. So I'm going to just put into this location. Okay, use the full path. All right, so let's do that. So I'm going to put here. Okay. All right. Let me cancel it. Let's take a look first. Okay, so I'm gonna dir this location to see what is the files there. There's a 4 files. We already file files. Okay, we're gonna get the the server certificate. Okay, server side certificate. So all right, so I'm go back to this command and enter the Oracle OS user password. So we got the certificate on Windows. So let's do a dir again. You see now we fetch or get the certificate on the Windows server as locally. So now we're gonna import this certificate into the server certificate into the client wallet. Okay, so let's copy some problem. So let me copy again. Oh, okay. So, all right, successful. Let's display what is the content of this client wallet. Wallet. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. You see now the server certificate was imported into the client wallet. Okay. So we're gonna do the same thing. Gonna import the client certificate into server wallet. So right now the certificate, it is on the client machine. We need put on the server side. Okay. So I'm not going to use this one. And let me make a change. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So what I'm going to do is just make a little bit of modification, so we don't have to. So let me see. Let's let's use this command, okay? So let's see, before do that, let's do. So we're gonna put this client certificate to the server side, okay? So that is what we plan to do. So I'm gonna copy this line. No, I'm gonna copy this guy and paste over here, okay? Let me use this one. It's probably easy for me, okay? So I'm going to copy this line and just copy here. All right, so paste. So I'm gonna SCP this client certificate and put into server side at this location, okay? This is a physical file, so I'm gonna use SCP for convenience, okay? It's not returning. Okay, I'm going to call Oracle. This is the password. Okay, so the client search now is on the server side. Now let's log on to the server using the SSH. You can use POTI, POTI or POTI or any SSH client. Would be fine. Okay. All right, so let's go to the location. Let's define that two variables, pwd, that is what we defined. Also define another one called wallet. So, all right, so I'm gonna go to this location, wallet, okay. All right, let's take a look. You see, now the client cert was using SCP put on the server side. Now we're gonna input this one into the server wallet, okay? So that is what we are doing. We are in this Unix server. We're gonna run this command. So let's do it. Copy again. Okay. All right. So you see, and let's do the pwd embedded password. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, incorrect the password. Let me maybe the pwd this yeah, it's incorrect. Let's see what happened. Let me pwd, probably overwritten, you know. So let me define it, okay? I probably can choose a different name for this variable. Let's try again. Okay, it's successful. All right. So after that, let's display this wallet again, the content of the wallet, okay? All right, let's see. Same thing, you see. This is the client cert. This is the server side cert. So we basically exchange the certificate between the client and the server. So now, for each wallet, it contains both the client certificate and the server certificate. Okay. All right. So the wallet creation and certificate creation exchange are done. So now we're gonna enable the TLS on the server side. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to modify the TLS definition on Oracle network, related. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put these things into the SQLnet.org, okay? So let me copy. So here is the my TLS location. So we're gonna add it. Ssl or let me first clean it up. So right now it's nothing. So we're gonna add this line here. So you basically adding this wallet location to this Ssl net.aura to let Oracle to know where the wallet location is. Okay. Then you also do the same thing. We need to add modify the listener.aura and adding the same location wallet location information to this listener.aura. Okay. So we also need modify the listener aura to adding insert a line. So we're basically gonna add insert a line. This is the address. The listener, what port is going to listening? Okay, so for the TLS, we decided to use Oracle default for 2484. Okay, so that is what the this line we insert into this the description, the address. Okay, so 1521 is non-SSL or non-TLS. 2484 is going to be the TLS. Okay, so we're gonna save this file. Now we're gonna do a restart the listener. So we're gonna do a restart the listener. So we're gonna do stop, start. Then let's take a look at the status. You will see what service is running. Status. Maybe take time because of the database need register to the listener. Okay. So let me see. Right now it's only the CDB. Let's say listener. Okay, looks good. Wallet. Okay. So I'm gonna status. Okay, take time. Okay. So, but at least this this service is running, so we will be able to connect. Okay. So let's move on. Let's also take a look at if the port is listening. So I'm going to use this command. You will see net stat minus NA grep 1521. That is the non-SS port. If we grab 2484, so you see it's listening. Okay. All right. So let's continue. And now we are done on the server side. Now we're gonna return to the client side. Okay. So on the client side, I'm gonna modify this SQLnet.aura as well. So let me see. I'm gonna remove this the previously what I did. So I'm gonna remove all this stuff. So basically, this is gonna be the SQL net.aura and the source file location of this wallet. So I'm gonna save this file as well. So this is the SQLnet or file. So the Oracle client to know where you're gonna look at the I don't think those needed those line. You can add it. Okay. So also we need modify the TLS or what happens to my something get chunked. So let me see, modify the TS listener TLS error, so somehow it's got deleted some portion. Okay, but anyway, so let's see what are the TLS definition I'm having here. So I'm gonna adding this this definition to the TLS. Okay, so this is the definition I'm gonna adding. CC. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna paste to this guy now. Let me try one more time. Copy, paste. Okay. So for the TLS, we're gonna define a SSL connection. You see the difference here, and one it is 1521. That is for the non-TLS connection. You know, this is the TLS. I'm gonna make a modification again. So what I'm going to do, make it just look simple. Okay, so let's see where is my retrieve my command. So I'm gonna modify this client on the client side. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little bit similar change. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it's gonna be like this, and this. Okay. Okay, to make it short. Okay, so here notice the difference. For the normal connection, we use TCP. For this SSL, we use TCPS. Okay, so this is the port for the non-TLS. This is the port for the TLS. Okay, so I'm gonna save this file. This on the client side. I'm gonna also do the similar thing here. Okay, so just instead of I just make the 5 lines. You know. All right, so this is better. 3 lines, 4 lines, to 6 lines to 4 lines. Okay. So after that, the next step we're gonna do is let's see, test connection. Okay. So test connection, SSL connection. Okay. Let's do SSL connection. All right. So what we're gonna do is this. Okay. We're gonna do this as well. G. So this is the connection. So we defined as CDB underscore SSL. This is the TLS name definition. This is the test. Okay. All right. So let's do it. So first, I'm gonna copy this one. Do a connection test. Okay. Okay. Bingo. So it was successful. And CDB, the host name, where's the host name here? DB unique name, okay? So let's also do the SSDBA. Let's see, I'm going to use this one. All right, so, okay, it's connected. So far so good. Let's see if we can connect to the non-port. Okay. Okay, it's cool as well. So right now we can connect both secure port and non-secure port, okay, or non-TLS port. So if the environment says I'm only allow you to connect through the SS shell, so what we can do is we're gonna let's see one more task, then one more thing to see disable, okay. If we see we want to disable the non-SSL connection, okay, connection. For this one, so we need to change the, let's go to the listener location. So I'm going to go into listener. So I'm going to take this out, okay? So this way we will not listen to the port 1521. Okay, so let's do a listener CTL. So you see now the service is up. So I'm going to bounce the listener to block this 1521. Okay. All right, started. Let's do a netstat to see the port. Netstat. Okay. Okay, this port is still running. Of course, you can use the firewall route to disable this one. Yeah, you can disable the port 1521. But right now it's not listening on the server side. You cannot connect. Okay, so either way. So let's do the connection test again. Okay, we can still connect the secure port. So if you want regular port 1521, it's gonna hang. Okay, because the port is not open. Okay. All right. So that's all. So basically, what we demonstrated here is for Oracle. It's very similar if you configure the DB2 use the TLS. It's the same thing. You create a key store, you create a certificate, you extract certificate, and give it to the client to connect. It can be one way or two ways. So what one way, I mean just configured on the server side. You can like you don't have to configure the key store on the client side. But if you need both sides, like exchange the certificate, you need also configure the client side. So, all right, that's all for today.